All right, how you doing tonight, Andre?
Good morning.
Hello, hello, hello to everyone that is joining us tonight. We are back on the air. We had a vacation spot open last week. Andre went on vacation, and I went on vacation the week before that. And I enjoyed myself, and I'm pretty much sure Andre enjoyed himself. He'll tell us about it. Well, guys, we are so happy to have everybody joining us tonight. As usual, I'm your host, Deborah Ware, and your co-host is Andre Tyrone.
Is that me?
Yes.
So, before we get started, we apologize for the lateness, but we have a good reason. Um, Deborah has been nagging me for 15 years to figure out how to get the show on the TV so we can see the comments and she can be able to read. Are you wearing your glasses, by the way, so you can see all these comments?
I got them right
So,
here. Just you got
I
yours.
finally went to Amazon. Shouts out to Amazon, you are amazing. And I purchased this device where you can plug the iPad into the TV. So if you see us looking up, we're actually looking at her TV because the iPad's here and the TV's up here. So we can read your comments now. We can see them big as ever. So go ahead and comment as much as you want. We see that Tangelita is on. Hey, Tangelita at work. We can see how many views. We can see your comments. So we are doing it big.
Yes, we are. And now we can it's enjoyable to be able to see everybody now.
And Deborah owes me $10. And I want my money.
That's okay. We can go into our fun.
Before the show was out,
yes,
my money.
We can go into our fun for it. Well, how was your week?
It's a tough week being back. Vacation is amazing. It's great to be on a vacation. Mm-hmm. But coming back and like getting back into the swing of the week has been crazy. But I'm glad to be back. I really am glad to be back.
Yeah, that's how it was for me. Once we came back, it was tough. Even though I didn't have to go right to work then, but it was just the fact of coming back and knowing, okay, now we got to start this all over again, get back into the routine of it.
Right.
And the biggest thing I think is that you're coming from having so much fun. You don't want to leave that place where you're having that lots of fun. You're being happy, those types of things. But we all know that our vacations have to come to an end sooner or later because we have to get back to our normal life. And so that's exactly what actually happened with me. Well, on another note, I went back to work this week, so school is starting back up again. We will be seeing our kids on Monday for the first time after the summer break. So we have now to look forward to our fall break that's going to be coming up, and that's going to be enjoyable too. So what we're going to do next is we are going to get ready to start our show with a little bit more of our chit-chat sessions. We're going to talk about a couple of things before we actually get into the regular portion of the show. And if you guys like any of the topics that we talk about, remember, now we can see your comments very, very clearly on the screen. So all you have to do is simply just type them in and we can definitely answer you. I see Tangi's joined us, and I just want to say to Tangi, I want you to know that I didn't know it was Jaden's birthday, but tell him I got him. I definitely got him. And I said happy birthday to him. And I hope that he gets to see many, many more. I know you guys spoiled him, definitely. So we're going to prepare to get ready to simply move on into the next session of the show. As a matter of fact, we're going to play some music before we get started.
If you give me 2 hours, actually, I'm just kidding. If you just give me 45 seconds.
That's a commercial break. So we're just gonna play some relaxing music for just a few minutes, and then we'll get ready to move on in to the next portion of our show, which is going to be between our chit chat session and our inspirational session. All right. Andre, is there anything in particular just right off the top of your head before we actually get into the inspirational part of the show? Is there anything that you can think about that you'd like to kind of chit chat for a few seconds about?
Nothing I have for a few seconds, but was wondering if anyone see I want to say the video, the pictures of the black leaders and pastors that sat with number 45.
No.
The controversy behind it. I know one of the Atlanta pastors that we know, if you know Pastor John Gray.
Yes, I do know.
Pastor that was at the White House sitting next to number 45. They were supposed to be talking about certain things, and that never happened. And Pastor John Gray is under a lot of fire from the black community, as well as a lot of other pastors that were sitting there.
Yes.
I know the word pawn was used, the word sucker, the word coon. You know how the community takes it when someone sits in the presence of number 45. It just ignites them because no one understands exactly why African American people or anybody of color would sit anywhere near this man who creates such a heinous and crazy atmosphere. So a lot of the gospel shows, a lot of the morning talk shows, this was the topic, and Pastor John Gray was defending his reasoning for going. Of course, he just kept saying, as a lot of other people have said, is that God called him to go and do this. And a lot of people were questioning him, well, if God called you to meet with number 45, did he tell you to physically go to the White House? Could you have done it via phone, conference? A lot of people were saying that it was a picture optic because the picture, if you see the picture on Facebook, it's of, they only took a picture, it looks like, of Pastor John Gray sitting next to number 45. And, knowing number 45 and his ways, knowing the following that Pastor John Gray has, some Christians would say that it was a positive move for the black community. Others would say it was just letting number 45 know that all you have to do is get the leaders on board, and then the leaders will get the rest of us on board.
Yeah.
So that was crazy.
Wow. I haven't seen that, and I don't know if it'll come on the news tonight. But since I've been at work all day, I don't get to. Yeah.
He's on the news defending the reasoning for him sitting, him and a lot of other leaders, black leaders, because sitting with number 45 to discuss whatever they were just supposed to discuss, which it comes out, Pastor John Gray kind of let it out that what was supposed to be discussed wasn't discussed.
So like it was changed.
Yeah, so my thing was, well, Pastor John Gray, you knew the divisiveness that number 45 is about.
Yes.
So did you really expect him to do what he said he was going to do? So that was crazy.
And the thing about it is they're really not thinking how are they getting themselves hooked up with what's going on. There's been a number of people that have lost jobs from, just having, some kind of communication, with number 45. I don't know. It's sad. It really is. It's sad. It's almost like our world is just coming to a point where it's turning out to be nothing. I don't get it.
I'm afraid.
I am too.
I'm literally in my soul afraid. I'm not future for my nephews, for those
Yes,
that are going to come
I am. I
after
feel
us.
that way
What are they
about
going
my
to come?
grandkids.
What are they going to grow
Yeah.
up to? What are they going to have to look
Yes.
forward to? Because we're tearing everything up.
Yeah, we are. They definitely
There's so
are.
much decisiveness. There's so much division. There's so much hatred in this world. I watched another video of I don't know where this was, but a subway. It was a subway where there was a black subway worker and a black, just a regular old person came into a subway supposedly, and the manager and this pedestrian just got into an argument about something, and the manager fired the black employee in front of the camera, and also got into an altercation with the person who was in her store when she wanted to leave. She called the police.
Oh my gosh.
She physically put her hands on the person who was videotaping, also a complete stranger of the same race as the store manager, put his hands on the person, pushing them out of the store, and when they pushed them out of the store, she slammed the door and said, "You N-word."
I don't know. It's just, you know,
like how
and
that word is
I'm kind of also just like you. I'm saying, what are we teaching our younger generation? Are we teaching them hate? Are we teaching them love?
something.
Or what? Or are we teaching them just go with what you just go with the flow? Just do with whatever. I really don't understand.
I don't know.
And like I said, it is very scary because you don't know from one point to the next how angry this person can make the world, or how angry this person can make another country be, and have that other country just tear down upon us, you know? So to me, I think every night, you know, when I close my eyes and go to sleep, I say, Lord, just let me wake up and see the next day, because you don't know what's gonna take place.
I'm gonna be fighting to wake up. I'm gonna be fighting when I go to bed to say, hey, you know, I know things are gonna happen in the world, but I don't want them to affect my daily routine. I try my hardest that every moment that I'm up, awake, that I try to, you know, show love. I try to be as friendly as possible. A lot of people always ask, well, why are you always so playful? Because the world is full of negativity and disrespect.
It is. And
I can't conform myself to that, so I have to rise above it. And the way I rise above it is by having a good time.
That's exactly, and you know, and the thing of it is that's what you call also just not trying to let somebody else's negativity steal your joy. You know, you have to stay as happy and as prayed up as you can every day, because if you don't, you're letting the negativity just sink in, and it's eating away at you, you know, whether we want to say it does or it doesn't. Just think about it. If something bad constantly keeps coming to you and you keep accepting it, then what else is gonna come from out of it, you know? So it's kind of like, you know, taking, I know my grandmother used to say all the time, you know, if you have a bad dream, take the dream backwards. So that, you know, that would mean that it actually would not happen.
Well, come on, Granny.
But, you know, and I don't know, that way, that's, you know, I don't know. I guess all we have to do is pray. That's all. Definitely pray. Yes. I also want to say hi, Anita. I see Anita has joined us tonight. I see an old high school friend, Albert Brown, has joined us tonight. I want to say hello to everyone and thank you for joining us tonight on Live in the Divas Den with your host, Deborah Ware, and co-host,
Tyrone.
That's right. We're here to bring you inspiration. We're here to bring you indie news for those people who are indie artists. We're here to bring you just joy, laughter, and music, you know, just to bring you into a happy place, somewhere to have a good time.
Welcome to the show.
Yes.
Do us a favor, Facebook Live, and hello to YouTube Live. Do us a favor, Facebook Live, and share this video so someone can see and hear what's going on from our perspective. And YouTube Live, comment. I'm going to see, hopefully next week, Deborah will let me do the TV thing for the YouTube Live, since this week we did.
Yes, we can swap up. That would be great. Yes, that would be great.
Thank you all for your supporting the Divas Den. We have been in here for
almost
2
years now. Yes, almost 2 years. And believe it or not, there's a lot of people that actually actually look at this show, they may not, say anything at the time, but they're looking, and there's a lot of people that I found out that actually know about the show and like it. And from what you said the last couple of weeks before, you said you knew that a lot of people were enjoying the show as well. So that's why, we always say, tell a friend, tell another friend. Tell them if they're looking for positivity, they're looking for inspiration, they're looking for some good music from good indie artists.
Yeah.
Tell them to join us because, guys, we have a lot to offer. Definitely.
We've got a lot to offer.
All right, okay. Well, I guess now we can move on with our inspiration for tonight.
Let's go.
So here's the inspiration from the diva herself. And tonight, what I wanted to talk about was, first of all, how many of us really know what all of the 10 Commandments are? How many of us have actually taken the time at any point in time to take each one of those commandments and break them apart? In other words, dissect them and actually really think about what they mean. Maybe not many of us, and that's not to say that you really have to, but it is to the point where the way our world is today and the way we are treating one another today, we really need to focus on those commandments because those commandments came from God Himself. So, with that being said, tonight I wanted to talk about the second greatest commandment. First of all, Jesus said that the first and greatest commandment is to love God with all your heart, soul, mind, and strength. And remember, before we love anyone besides ourselves, we need to make sure we are loving God. And the second is like it. Love your neighbor as yourself. I know that sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Unfortunately, it isn't always simple to love your neighbor. Living in families, working in community, just being around other people can sometimes really get on your last nerve until your temper flares, unkind words are shouted, and life is not fun for anyone. What this means is sometimes people can get you so riled up and get you so mad with the things that they say, the things that they do, that we totally forget about the love of God. And what we do is we let them actually take over us. We let them steal our joy. We let them turn us into the same kind of people that they are. And we really shouldn't. So think for a minute about that. So how do you obey that second greatest commandment when you have to live around people? Take the focus off yourself and the insistence of always getting your way. Think about others first and pray a lot. And I do mean pray a lot. There are times when you just don't have the necessary love to give to someone who is wearing that last nerve thin. But God does. Ask Him to give you the strength to allow Him to love through you, to keep your heart, temper, and touch gentle and kind. As said once by Charles Dickens, have a heart that never hardens, and a temper that never tires, and a touch that never hurts. Now, we know that God Himself did all those things and continues to do all those things, because that's how we are still here, Think about all the sins we commit. Does he hate us for that? No. He loves us. He still cares about us. He doesn't try to hurt us. When the hurt comes in, it's not coming from him. It's coming from those who actually don't know how to love. So think about it. Think about it, everybody. And at these times right now, just the way Andre spoke to you in the beginning, we need prayer. We definitely need prayer. And we need to learn to love one another. That's what we need to do. And that is the inspiration coming from the diva herself, Deborah. Thank you. All right?
So like, you can leave it on.
Okay.
That's mom said.
Yes, man.
All
I'm
right.
telling you. Yes.
For mine. So,
Yes.
Deborah, we're going back to this. Turn that microphone off. You know I was
He
gonna do
says
it.
that because he knows his topics get so hot.
Yes,
And
Deborah
sometimes
be-
I can't help but speak and say, but I'm going to wait till he finishes, okay?
Deborah's
But
be-
save my voice.
She be talking in tongues when I hear it. Oh, okay. So I'm going to talk to you this evening about not judging a book by its cover. We've heard that term 1,000 times. I used to hear it a lot growing up. And I'll give you two examples. Growing up, my mother will attest to this. She knows I hate vegetables. I loathe vegetables at all. Like, the only way that I would eat vegetables is if you snuck them into the food and I didn't know they were there. Then I would have no choice but to eat them. But if I knew you were cutting up an onion or a pepper or tomato, any of that stuff, I'm not eating it. For some reason, I just never became a vegetable person. Growing up as a child, ugh. I remember one time, my mother, she made some okra for us, and now my sisters, Shaka and Tangi, scarfed their okra down. But Andre, Tyrone, Oliver, I looked at that nasty, sticky green okra, and I was like, I cannot eat this. And my mother's exact words were, "You're not leaving this table until you finish that okra." I did finish it. I put it in my mouth, and I ran to the bathroom, and I threw it in the toilet, and I flushed it. That was it. But I'll say this to say that it wasn't until I became an adult, and just as recently, and she probably won't believe this, but this is true. Deborah is the one that introduced me to eating jalapenos, and I'm in my 30s now. Because I would see a jalapeno and I'd say, "Oh my gosh, you think I'm really gonna eat that? Are you crazy?" One day, Deborah was like, "Here, try these jalapenos with the popcorn. We were at the movies."
Oh, yes.
And I did.
Good.
And as soon as I ate jalapeno with popcorn, I fell in love with jalapenos. I'm talking about, I went to the store the next day and I bought them and I sat on my sofa at my house with a fork and I ate jalapenos all day. And I said, oh my gosh, I'm missing out on deliciousness. And recently, this is on my vacation, we were eating at Olive Garden, and our salad came, and our salad had pepperoncinis in them. And usually when the pepperoncinis come, I don't eat them. Like, I'm like, ew, pepperoncinis, no. Olives, no. Ate the olives, fell in love, was delicious. Grabbed that pepperoncini, and I said, you know what, I'm on vacation. I'm gonna do this. Put that pepperoncini in my mouth, fell in love a third time. I was like, that's the third vegetable that I've eaten that I am in love with. And I said, oh my Lord, I've been missing out on these all of my life. I've been missing out on the nutrients, I'm missing out on the greatness that I could have gotten from eating jalapenos, olives, and pepperoncinis, and just the greatness that comes from eating So I say this to you. How many times have you passed up a wonderful person, a wonderful opportunity because it wasn't dressed how you thought it was going to be? You passed up that person on the road. They looked homeless. Hair was matted, missing teeth. Everyone else says they have bad breath or body odor. And because your mindset tells you because they don't look a certain way that they're not worth your time. This world that we're in today prides itself on appearances. You got people getting lip injections, behind injections, breast injections. You got people that are having liposuction and raising this and lifting that. You have people that are getting glued on hair, glued on mustaches. Fingernails way out to here, fake fingernails, fake eyelashes. Everything is fake about them, and that's what you attract yourself to. That's what you want to be around. That's who you want in your group. That's who you want in your life. That's who you want to text message with. That's who you want to send pictures to. That's the person you want to be seen with in public. And that person that's at home who's 200, 300 pounds. They don't have the longest hair. They don't have the best nails. They don't have the straightest teeth. They don't have the freshest breath. They don't have the best body odor. And you pass them every day at work. Or you pass them every day at school. Or you pass them on the road. And the first thing you do is make fun of them. You say to your friend next to you or someone else, oh, they must be homeless. They must be poor. Oh, what's wrong with them? Why can't they do this? Or why can't she get her hair done? Or why can't she get her nails done? Or why can't they brush their teeth? Or why can't not understanding that the person that you're passing up is probably the best thing for you. It's probably the coolest friend. This is not a word. The bestest husband, the bestest wife. The person who you're passing up every day, every moment of your life, who you're saying, oh, they're not worthy, or oh, not today. I'm gonna go talk to my friend that has the Gucci and the Prada and the long hair and the nice car. I'm gonna talk to my friend who has all the money and all of the likes on Facebook and Instagram, and they're an Instagram model, and oh my God, and everyone loves them, so they're my peeps too. And that person that doesn't look how you expect them to look, isn't wrapped how you expect them to be wrapped, you ignore them. And you wake up sometimes and you have this feeling in your life and you say, man, all my friends are just so shallow. All my friends are just so one dimension. And I'm not growing and I'm not better. And I don't feel different. Because we often say that. I know I do sometimes. I say to myself, man, I could be doing so much more. I could be traveling. I could be doing this. And I look at my circle of friends who I'm hanging out with and who I'm around, who don't do these things, don't go anywhere.
Right.
Their idea of a good time is talking about somebody else's life and how in shambles they are. And I find myself sitting in that, wondering why I'm not growing. And it's only when I decided to remove myself from the hot list friends and I went to the friends that people really don't pay attention to. And I realized that those people make me laugh, they make me cry, they give the best hugs. And guess what else they do? They listen to criticism and advice. Have you ever tried to go to your friend that already is made up, got their hair done, nails done, everything done, and tell them, hey, those nails don't match your hair? What's the first thing they do? Try to cuss you out. You ain't gonna tell me what doesn't look good. I know I look good. They're not listening to your constructive criticism or your help. Go to that friend who's down on their luck, who doesn't have the hair, the nails, and stuff, and say, hey, I want to help you. You want to go and get our nails done together? You want to go get our feet done together? You want to go get our hair done? You want to go do something? Guess what's going to happen? They're going to jump at that opportunity to be with you and to change with you. And that's going to help them. And you know what that's called? That's called being a blessing to someone else. this world that we live in today is full of selfish, self-righteous people who feel entitled, who feel that if one person doesn't give them this, or one race doesn't give them this, or their job doesn't give them this, that it gives them the right to do this or to do that. We live in a world where two cars can be on the same exit, headed to the same place, and because one car is going slower than the other, that car behind you just then you get to the light. What's at the light? The same car that just passed you. But you're going to the same place. Why did you have to get there quicker than me? Why did you have to risk my life, maybe yours, just to get to the same place that I'm going to? And that's what I'm saying today, is why do you risk your life? Why do you risk your reputation? Why do you risk anything in your world to get somewhere that we're all going, or we're all supposed to go? Which is the end result is to be not of this life and of this world, but in the next. So instead of competing with people in your life, instead of comparing yourself to, oh, well, she got this, but I got this. She got that, but I got this and that. Let's try and lift each other up. Let's try and keep each other lifted when we're down. Let's try, instead of us posting on Facebook how we're disappointed in this and that and the other, and how disappointed we are in the fights we see and all this negativity, how about we start posting comments under that negativity of positivity? Man, I can't believe you're doing this. I can't believe such a beautiful woman like you is sitting here fighting over something so stupid as a man. Do you want to talk about it? You want some help? You might get a middle finger, but guess what? You put it in the atmosphere. So that woman or that man that's in that video getting beat up or having her fighting, they'll see that comment and they'll say, you know what? Someone actually sees something different than me. They don't know that I'm sitting here fighting, but I have a master's degree. They don't know that they see me sitting here fighting, but they don't know that I want to be a doctor one day. Because all they see is what you represent. All they see is what you show. So when I say don't judge a book by its cover, some of those books that y'all thrown in your closet that you said you're going to get to one day and take a look at and read, some of those books that don't have fancy covers, some of those, this how it ties in, some of those indie artists who you pass on Reverb Nation and Instagram and stuff, who you say, well, they don't look like nothing. They don't look like an artist. They don't look like they can sing. I ain't wasting my time. I ain't wasting my... I have went on so many Instagram pages and music pages, and people don't look how I expect them to look, but they sound amazing and have such a message. And I instantly become a fan. And I know there's some of you that are watching on YouTube and Facebook say the same thing about me. You scroll with me, you scroll through my things, you see my ads, you see Deborah's ads, you see our stuff all the time. Because we don't look the way you think an artist should look, you don't give us the time of day. But I guarantee that if you take a couple of seconds, click on one of those songs that you always pass, and listen to it, I guarantee you there's going to be something in those lyrics that's going to grab you, or it's going to tap at you, or it's going to cause you to think and say, there's something I need to change so that I can stop judging books by their covers. So I tell you, don't judge a book by its cover.
That, you know what? That was beautiful, and that was very true, because I agree with you on the same thing. I know many people just scroll and pass up on my page, a lot of times, because they don't see me out there shaking my Tootsie back and forth, or I'm not dressed, half dressed or something like that. But if they would only just stop and take a moment and listen to the lyrics in every song. See, with the thing about it is, with both Andre and myself, the music that we actually put out, I've said it before, we write our own music. We put our own music together. And the music itself, the lyrics, they have true meaning, because it's about real things. And you'd be surprised how one day you might be feeling so down and decide to, go and click on one of our songs. One of our songs, the lyrics in there might be the answer to your problem. to make you feel a little bit better. So don't just, think, you look on the outside of someone, and if they don't look like you want them to look on the outside, you're ready to kick them to the curb.
Don't judge a book by its cover.
Right. But you see, like in my inspiration, Jesus loves, Jesus cares. He don't worry about what you look like. He don't worry about if you missing 2 front teeth, or if your hair is nappy, or if you got raggedy clothes on. He does not care about that. What he cares about is that you are doing exactly what he asked you to do. And that is love someone, care about someone. Ask them, do you need any help? Is anything wrong? Is it anything that I can do for you today that might help you? You might be surprised. Just a smile might change somebody's day.
Right.
Yeah. Yes. All right. Okay. Well,
Okay.
let us now get into some of our indie music.
Uh-oh.
It's not always correct to always just have me, share some of my music. I'm not going to sing tonight. I'm going to just play my music because my allergies have been acting up, and I'm trying to work on getting better. So,
that's my sadness. Oh.
I don't know where you went to Florida, but that's
it's probably being at SeaWorld and seeing the otters. Oh.
That must have been. I tell you, I don't know.
Oh yeah, why she get that good? Let me tell you about my vacation.
Yes, tell me.
So I went on vacation this past week. I was gone from Monday to Sunday. Me and my mom, I call her mom, me and mom, she's over there. Me and mom and Junior. Love Junior to pieces. Me and my mother and Junior, we went on vacation. We were in, they say Kissimmee, I say Kissimmee, because it's just funny. We were in Kissimmee, Florida. What an amazing time. Shouts out to the Legacy Vacation Club, Homes and Villa. What an amazing villa we had. We had a 2-bedroom villa, a shower and 1 bathroom. It was like a 2-person, 3-person shower, I think, somewhere around there. And then in my room, I had a jacuzzi bathtub.
Whoa.
Mom got to sit in the jacuzzi bathtub. I didn't even get a chance to. And it was in my room because I was just so slow. But anyways, we had an amazing time. We went to SeaWorld, which, by the way, I have not been to SeaWorld since I was, oh my Lord, 4 or 5 years old. And that was in California. I went to SeaWorld. So I haven't been to SeaWorld in over 10, 15, 20 years. Anyway, but SeaWorld, SeaWorld has changed. I can tell you that. It was an amazing experience. We saw shows. We went on a ride. The one ride we went on, they had one ride that was really nice and just cool. They had this one ride called the Mako. Oh my God. Now, me and my mother are roller coaster enthusiasts. Like, we love roller coasters. By the way, Mom, I saw they have the world's tallest, fastest roller coaster. It is in Carowinds, in North Carolina.
I heard that. Yes.
We're going to North Carolina.
I heard about Carowinds.
Sorry, I had to put
it's
it
a
out
nice
there.
place.
Yeah.
It's real nice.
But we're on this ride called the Mako. So anyways, my scariest thing is always the upward and the drop, because it's like you never know. So this ride kept going up. I swear we were going to Jesus. It felt like we were still going. I was like, why are we still going up there? We're finna see Jesus soon. Going and going and going. Now, most roller coasters, when they go up, they just go, woo, and just go. Not this one. This thing went up and straight down.
Oh my God, no.
Child, everything in my stomach went from here all the way.
I guess so.
Me and Mom and Junior, we couldn't even get a scream out. That ride took us for the world of loops. It was really fast and really, really intense. So shouts out to SeaWorld in Orlando, Florida. It was an amazing experience. And then we went into Universal Studios, which of course, Universal Studios has so much different things now. They have the Fast and Furious virtual ride. They have the Transformers virtual ride. They have what's the one? The Shrek 4D virtual ride. The Simpsons virtual ride. They also had a roller coaster. They're the rocking roller coaster where you listen to music while you're on the roller coaster. Very, very cool.
Yes, so.
But Universal Studios, yes, it was fun.
No,
Universal Studios was really, really good time. It rained off and on. We were sad because we really wanted to get a turkey leg, but after the rain took, washed people away, they took the turkey legs away.
Oh, God.
So me and Mom couldn't get no turkey leg. So Universal Studios, if you're listening, you're watching, please send me and Mom a turkey leg. I will post the address in the comments. Send us our turkey leg, please. That's all we wanted was a turkey leg. But vacation was amazing. I feel refreshed. I feel great. I came back saying to myself that going forward, I am no longer going to make it about everyone else and then myself.
Yes.
I'm flipping that.
It's
going to be about me and then everyone else.
That's right.
I give 110% to every single person that enters my life. There isn't anyone that can say that I don't. And if I don't, or if you feel like I don't, it's probably a reason why. But for the most part, everyone in my life that means something to me and that I care about deeply, I give 110% to them and to that situation, wherever they need. And I sometimes have nothing left for myself. And I'm going to change that. I'm still going to help out and be there. But in the end, it's going to have to be about me, because if I take myself out of this equation, as in if I die and I go on to the next life, and I leave the people in my life without direction on how to live their own life, and I've done nothing but carry you all of your life. And I'm not Jesus, so I'm not designed to carry you on my back. I can help you along the way, but eventually you got to figure this thing called life out by yourself, and I will definitely be with you and help you along the way. But I have a life to live myself.
You do, and that's why everybody has to stop and love themselves first. You have to show self-love first. If you don't show self-love first, then how in the world are you gonna love somebody else? There's no way.
All right, I'm ready.
All right, so, okay. All right, so tonight, as I said, I'm not gonna sing. What I'm going to do is I am going to play my latest release that was released by TuneCore to iTunes, to Amazon. It's on Spotify Radio, it's on iHeartRadio, and this song, as I said, if you focus on the lyrics are real, they're true, and they're very heart-wrenching. So I'm going to play my song. It's called Just a Dream.
I love this song, by the way, one of my favorites. If you have not seen, have not heard it, you're missing out. So go and get Just a Dream by Deborah, Ware, the diva herself.
Why? Why did you treat me this way? I don't deserve this. I was there for you. I never wronged you. But I guess you felt that I just wasn't good enough. If I only knew what I know right now about love, then maybe I would live my life in a different way. Oh yes, in a different way. Giving all the love that I had to give, with the intent of love in return. I should have thought about it. It was only a dream, one that was make-believe, and it was never meant to be.
calling, I tried texting, and even showed up at your door. Since you think that I'm not good enough, I'll just stay away and move on into a better place. Knowing that I've done all I can do, all I can say is I tried. So I gotta move on with my life. I gotta make it better for me. I can't keep hanging on to these lies in my life. They're tearing me all apart. Because misery loves company. Only a dream, one that was. I just wanna be free. From all this misery. Only a dream, one that was make believe. Sometimes, the harder you try to make something work, it seems to be just a waste of time. I can't do this anymore. I moved on, but my love home will remain strong. So I gotta move on with my life. I gotta make it better for me.
Yeah.
All right, y'all.
Yes, that's
That was called Just a Dream. Do yourself a favor, because I know that there are many of you that have people in your life, family members, friends, boyfriends, husbands, anybody, somebody there that you are just so tired of what they're doing that you just basically want to tell them, look, I've tried, I've done all I can do with you, but what you want is you full of misery and you're trying to get company. I'm not gonna be your company, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move on. So I know you got somebody out there you wanna tell that to. Do yourself a favor, go get that song. It doesn't cost that much because I've only put it out as a single because all of my other songs that are going on my CD are matching up with my book that will be released soon. So therefore, you want to make sure you get this one, Just a Dream. iTunes, Amazon, you can even download it off of YouTube as well. So now we're gonna have Mr. Andre that's really gonna sing for y'all.
I'm gonna be in the video, y'all. I'm gonna be
Yes,
in the Just a Dream video.
that's exactly. I'm trying
If you hit
to,
me,
I'm
then
trying to
I'll
get.
punch you.
Hey, I'm trying, look, that's my next step. We've been talking about it, getting the video together. But Andre is actually gonna sing for y'all. Tonight I just couldn't because my allergies have been acting up. I've been trying to get my classroom together at school. The dust and, things like that. And so, I'm, taking some medication to get it better. So hopefully next week I'll be fine because I'm trying to get myself prepared for the Augusta Festival. So enjoy Mr. Andre Tyrone. Uh-oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna be in the video this year. I'm gonna be in the video. So I figured it would make perfect sense, perfect sense, since me mom is here to do me mom song. This song is entitled Brenda's Cry. It is on my album that is out now. My album that is out on Amazon, and you just Google the album. It's called Let's Begin, and this song is entitled Belinda's Cry. That's Mum's song.
Yes, that is my favorite song. I love that song. I love that song. Definitely. Okay. I guess now, the next thing we want to do is talk about something, an indie topic tonight. Hopefully everybody will be able to join in on this topic tonight that Andre's gonna start us off with.
Incredible night. Two best friends, two fierce competitors. And now, Only one of you is about to win the opportunity of a lifetime. All right, Diddy, it's time to come announce the winner of the four.
The winner of the four. Hopefully you guys looked at the four.
This was a very, very hard decision. If we could have it our way, we would get both of your record deals. But there can only be one winner of the four. And the winner of the four, season 2,
So let's talk about it, peoples.
The four.
Let's talk about the four. You all know my history with the four. I really was not a fan, and I'm 100% not there yet. I'm almost there. There are bits and pieces of the show that I do not like. One of the things that I do not like is I don't like how they get the judge's opinion before they do the audience vote. Because these moguls, these judges, their opinion is what I think seals the vote. Because I think people are voting one way in their minds when they see these people perform, and then when they hear one of the judges say something about them, negative or positive, it deters or concretes their decision, which to me doesn't really give the audience the vote. Because it's basically you're still letting the judges vote. They're just not pushing the button. The audience is pushing the button based off of what the judges say. So I think they should change that and have the audience vote and lock it in, and then let the judges have their opinion. That way, the judges will have an opportunity to hear what the people say, and do it that way. Are you adding someone to the game?
Yeah, because it says, yeah.
No, we don't want to add. Do you want? Why do you want to add?
Okay.
Oh, she's trying to add someone. It's telling you that you can bring them on to onto there. It's not. They're not requesting to be put on. Oh. Deborah's been asking Mike to come. She didn't know who it was. You know who that is? Oh, that high school friend. Her too.
Yeah, you know who I'm
Tell him when you're married. You get it. She married.
You know who I'm married to JW. That's who I'm married to.
But anyways, so that's one of the things that I would change on the four, personally. And then of course, I don't know. You tell me, Deborah, how you feel about this part.
Oh, now you need to bring me in. Now go ahead.
I think that they should not ever put a rap artist against singers.
No,
Because
they shouldn't.
it's really no comparison. Because if the audience is 60% R&B or music, people that like singing, and 20-30% rap enthusiasts, and then you put a singer and a rapper against each other, and you get the audience vote, the audience is going to pick the singer, and they have most of the vote, so they're going to win.
Right.
So
Can I give you my opinion on that?
Yes.
This is my take on it. First of all, with a show like that, you need to look at who has been the longest runner there. Who did not lose their seat ever? Sheree J never lost her seat to anyone. The girl put out everything. I mean, she was putting her lyrics. I mean, when you take on a Biggie Small rap song, come on.
But
She
think about
wrote her
this.
own stuff, and she never lost her seat.
I kind of agree, but how about this part? Take out of the equation that she had cancer. Would she still have been voted and stuck on there? Would her talent alone have been enough to keep getting her voted through. Because remember, there are some of the performances where she wasn't good.
Right, but
But
then he
they still
asked,
voted.
but then P. Diddy asked her, well, they asked her, what, news did she get back from her last checkup? And she said that the cancer was gone. So to me, at first I would have thought, I say, okay, well, maybe they're gonna hold up because they knew she had the cancer. But then after she said she didn't have it, I mean, heck, that cleared it up. The girl was good.
But it didn't clear it up because she still had a tumor on her breast throughout the show.
Yeah,
was going
she
through
did,
chemo.
but
I
she
feel like
never stopped. Though.
I know, but I feel like if she didn't have the tumor and the cancer diagnosis, that she would have been put in the ranks like everyone else. She would have been judged 100% on her talent and not 50% on her talent and 50% because they didn't, no one wanted to vote off the girl with cancer.
Right, but here's my other thing. Well, what happened with the 17-year-old girl? What was her name? I forgot.
Leah?
Yeah.
The short-haired girl?
The short-haired,
Leah, yeah.
She sang the.
I'll tell you. I'll tell you.
So what I didn't like though, and I really, it made me feel bad because it touched on that topic that you talked about tonight. She said how she had a hard time, with people talking about her looks and, she had to build her confidence level up. And I mean, I don't know. I'm just one that when it comes down to music like that, I'm thinking talent, amount of talent. What are you showing? I mean, P. Diddy stood up for her, saying he felt everything. So my thing was, what happened?
Contract. It's the contract.
Okay.
He's smart. They're smart. He's smart.
Okay.
He let her win the show
Mm-hmm.
because James Graham is going to make the money. Because you notice how Megan kept saying that all the girls kept crying.
Yeah,
He's going to make the money because the girls are going to pass out for him. He's going to make the money. One of them is going to do something with Sheree. That's more money.
That's what I said.
And then he's going to do something with Leah.
That's what I said.
That's more money.
Yeah, I figured that.
Yeah, it's all of it's in the end of it. It's all, and they of course they're not going to come out and say it, but in the end result, it's about talent, but it's also about can I make my money back? Can I make money off of what you got? And P. Diddy was one thing he said that was very, very right.
Mm-hmm.
Every time that Leah opened her mouth, the hairs on my arm would stand up.
Exactly.
Because she had
she didn't
presence
miss a
about
note.
her voice,
Yes.
her presence. She my aim for this comment. I do not think that Whitney Raines should have been part of the four in the end.
No, I
because
didn't
the girl with the red hair who
Yes.
she should have been in the
She should have
four.
been in the four.
Because
I
she
forgot
had
what
the
her
voice.
name
The
was.
only reason why I feel like Whitney became part of the four is because
Allie should have
yes,
stayed.
the only reason why
She
Whitney
was
became
good.
part of the four is because when Whitney came back to fight for her seat, she was shaking her head. And she was so
she
the audience was like,
yes.
yeah, she won it. No, she
Right.
was performing.
Right.
She should have done that in the beginning, and she probably wouldn't have gotten voted off.
Yeah.
But I don't
that's
think
it.
that Whitney was one of the strongest ones that should have been
No,
part of
it
the
should have
four.
been Allie was strong. And then after Allie, then came what's the short-haired girl?
Leah.
Then Leah, but to me, a rapper never should be in competition with a singer. That's two different types of genres of music. So right then and there, that took away from Sheree and Jay because she had to try to.
Somebody's gonna pick her up.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Somebody's gonna pick her
Let me
up.
tell you, the girl she had
It's a
the
platform.
whole package.
Yeah, someone's
Her
gonna pick her up.
outfits. She had her own, look.
And Sheree and Jay, she's gonna be all right. Someone's gonna pick her up. She's gonna be on somebody's
yes,
label.
you'll see.
Also, going into not judging a book by its cover,
Mhm.
I did not like at all
Mm-hmm.
Eddie winning the first season. I didn't like.
But
But they turned her into she really sounded good. It
Yeah,
looked
she did.
good.
She
She
did.
lost some weight. They did her
They
hair
turned
straight.
into a pop
They
singer.
made her a star. So
Yes.
I am kind of like, okay, I see what you guys are doing because
Mhm.
the Eddie that I saw, that one, I was like, why? Because
Mhm.
I don't know, she didn't look like anything to me when she
Mhm.
won. I was like, really, you want to choose her? But then
Mhm.
I see what they were trying to do. They were trying to take somebody that was rough and
That
make
they
them into a
could,
diamond.
like a diamond.
And that's what they
Yes,
did
exactly.
with Eddie
Yes,
because Eddie
yes.
performed her song, and I was like, wow.
Yeah, I like it,
Now,
but
I
I
take-
said it was a pop
And I don't
song.
take anything away from her voice. Her voice was amazing
No, it
throughout the
was.
whole
Yes,
season.
yes.
But it's just her presence was like, this is what y'all want to win, but then I understand what they did.
Yes.
They worked on her, they trained her,
They molded
they
her
molded
into
her.
what they wanted.
She lost, they made her some weight, they fixed her hair, they did, they changed her, brought her down a little bit, and it was perfect. So, I'm excited to see what season 3 is going to be. I hope that the 4 listens to me and changes that one thing, because in the end, it just looks like the judges are the ones voting.
Yeah, they changed the audience's opinion. Yeah,
let the audience vote first and lock in their votes, and then let Fergie let the judges speak and give their opinion. That way, it'll seem like the audience. It'll feel like the audience actually did choose, because it doesn't feel that way, because you say the audience chooses, but they really don't.
They don't. No.
Most of them are going, are changing, or are voting their person or the person because of what the judges say. Like if P. Diddy or Megan says, or Khaled says, I didn't really like it. It wasn't really good.
That changes their mind.
And they were going to vote for that person, and they don't. And then bring that like, oh my God, really? And of course, people are going to say, well, that makes good TV. I don't want good TV. I want true TV.
But then again,
give me some true TV.
But this is my thing. Now I want to see how far everybody who wins is going to go. You know what I'm saying? I want to see if they're going to push them further than where they are now.
Yeah, because they can only
give you.
Keep
saying that the song that Effie did, that it's a big seller. But I mean, big seller means to me, I don't know, but
it's up to her. It's up to her what's next, because like I said, what they say, you're only as good as your next hit.
Yeah,
so you gotta keep it rolling. You don't want to have a great song come out and then your next song comes out as mediocre. You want to keep going up that ladder.
Right.
So that's I think what makes and breaks artists is that sometimes the music to artists, to us that perform it or sing it, record it, we may not like it, but the consumer that's going to be hearing it is like, wow, this is different.
And then it might be just because his name is on on the label of it. You know what I'm saying?
Because he got to make money, because he can't just sit there and not make any money. So he's going to figure out any way he can to make money. So shouts out to Meghan Trainor, P. Diddy, or Puff Daddy, whichever one you want to call, and DJ Khaled. You guys, we appreciate the show.
Yes, we do. And I said I'll watch every minute.
It's still making some changes, I'm pretty sure. But, every season this is only your second season. So congratulations on that. And those of you that are interested in going out for the 4, I'm pretty sure they have auditions soon. I told my mother there's a new show that's coming out. It's a big hit overseas, and they're bringing it to the U.S.
What's it called?
I believe it's called The Mask. It's another singing show.
Heard that one. Okay.
You know how the Voice would have the blind audition. This show premises around it staying that way.
Right now,
So
also,
instead of you voting and then turning around, they're inside of or they're cloaked where you can't see them for the entire competition. And the judges aren't called judges; they're called investigators. And guess who's the host of this show? Nick Cannon.
Okay.
So,
but
I heard it on the radio,
also now, The Voice now is also, because I got another invitation. Invitation this time was for The Voice. They're doing an open mic, but it was in California. And I don't know if they're going to continue this cycle, continue to do that. I think they're looking for other people again in that way, because I was surprised to see that.
The Clyde Gallagher.
Yeah. So.
But that's my take. So the 4 was my entertainment topic for today, because this one you if you haven't watched it, sorry we spoiled it for you.
Yeah. But it was.
But someone
good.
almost spoiled it for me. But when I heard the winner, and definitely I'm not disrespecting James, because James has an amazing voice, and that's not my thing. It's just making sure that we are representing music
the way it should
be represented in the best way possible, because of course we listen to the music moguls and their advice, but guess what, we also, the artists, have advice too for how to make music better and how to make shows better, because I know what I want to see as an artist, because someone that's not an artist, they don't care what they see on TV as far as entertainment. They can have a sheep singing, and that is entertainment to them.
Exactly.
Not saying you guys are minding this, but there's a difference between when Deborah and myself watch a music show than when my mother and her husband watch watch a music show because they're not artists. They
Right.
watch it for a different reason than what me and Deborah watch it for. Me and Deborah watch it, we hear notes, you know,
Yes,
we see
everything.
stage presence, we see how you missed that, you know, note, how you dropped that. We see that stuff. Everyone else just sees, oh, you know, well, they sounded like crap. And to them, it sounded like crap, but to me and Deborah might have sounded like gold. That's the difference between an artist's ear and just
Right.
the ear of a consumer who's going to be person that be buying that music. So
Right.
it's just, you know, it's one of those things. But shout out to the four. What's
Right.
up?
Well, guys, you know, it's that time now.
Bye.
We hope that we entertained you guys tonight to the utmost. We hope we gave you the inspiration that will help you to have a wonderful weekend and a wonderful week.
Bye.
We hope you enjoyed our music. And so before we get ready to go, we're going to give you our social media information again
Bye.
and let you know what's getting ready to happen with us. I know one of my next biggest things is that I will be performing again this year at the Arts and the Hearts Festival in Augusta, Georgia. I will be on the jazz stage again. I perform at 2:30 with the hottest girl band, the Tulips, playing behind
The
me.
Sugar Mama.
And they're also gonna be playing in the festival themselves as well. So 2:30 on the jazz stage in Augusta, Georgia on September the 15th. So if you're not doing anything and you wanna come out for some great fun, because the festival is always nice, come on out and join us. Come to the jazz tent and enjoy the music.
Bring your liquor.
Yes. Listen at you. All right. If you would like to purchase my newly released song, It's a Dream, remember, you can download it off of YouTube for one. You can go to iTunes. You can go to Amazon. Go to TuneCore. It's on so many sites now. It's all. Do not want to follow your misery and be in your company. And my webpage is IamDeborahWare.com. And so, Andre, now you can give them your information.
All right, you can go to AndreTyroneMusic.com. That will link you up with my SoundCloud page, my Reverb Nation information. You can listen to all of the latest music that I have out. I am still in almost completed working on album 2, which is titled Black and White. I do have the artwork for Black and White, which I will be releasing soon, so you all can see the hot cover that I have for my next album. Black and White will be released ASAP. That's all I can tell you is that it's going to be an amazing album. My first album is out. It was released July of 2015. It's entitled Let's Begin. You can Google that and wherever digital music is sold. The biggest, hottest place to get it is just go to Amazon and type in Andre Tyrone. It'll come up, and you can purchase your copy there. If you're looking to book me, if you're looking to hug me, you want to meet up with me, you want to have lunch, dinner, there will be nothing else but lunch, dinner. You won't be able to hold my hand and kiss on me.
Hey, but guess what? If they want to meet up with both of us, they can just come here and join us in what?
No.
In the Divas Den.
No.
Love to have you come join
Yes.
us.
But if you're looking to
Definitely.
book me or anything like that, you can send your inquiries to therealAndreTyrone@gmail.com. That is therealAndreTyrone, one word, @gmail.com. My social medias, Instagram is I am Andre Tyrone. Facebook, I am Andre Tyrone. Snapchat, The Real Andre Tyrone. Twitter, I am Andre Tyrone. If you do not see that I am Andre Tyrone, it is not me. I promise you that. If you see anything else but I am Andre Tyrone, it's not me, because I believe there are a lot of hoax pages out
Yeah,
there with names on
there
it.
are.
If you put in Andre Tyrone, a whole bunch of stuff will come up. But if it says I am Andre Tyrone, it's me. You see how I look, you can see my picture, so you'll know that it is me. Message me, Instagram me, DM me, any of that stuff. I am very open to conversation and connecting with musicians, producers, writers, singers, songwriters. If you have a son or a daughter who's looking to be an artist and needs some advice from a male or female artist, link up with me, and I'll get you with Deborah, and we'll just make
Yes.
this thing happen, because we are mentors as well as
Yes,
artists. And
exactly.
the artist, as far as performing, I am just rehearsing. I did say on my social media, I am looking for a rehearsal space that I can rent out once a week. Now I've viewed a few other places, and I've seen some places, but this place that I go to, or that I would like to go to, needs to be a good price, but needs to be in a great neighborhood. I do not
Yes,
want to have to
definitely.
arm my car, put on spray paint, camouflage, a hat, buy a gun in order to get into your studio to rehearse. I needed to have a microphone. I need to have equipment that I can plug up my phone so that I can rehearse. Why am I rehearsing? Because I have things coming up end of this year, beginning of next year that I'm working on. Also, I'll be needing a space eventually when I have my casting call for my play, Belinda's Worth, which is in the final stages of, I finished writing, but it's in the final stages of being looked over. Things are being changed, rewritten, fixed, and here and there. I'm looking into some different things. We're going to be looking for some sponsors, because this is going to be expensive. And although I work 2 jobs, I feel like it's just not going to be enough. So I'm going to be looking for some help for that. The weekend tour is still in the works. I will be contacting people periodically. I've contacted a few, and like Deborah says, this is an opportunity for not just ourselves to get some recognition and some views and some CD sales, but you too. So if I message you and link up with you to be a part of this tour, and it's not something you're interested in, do me a hard favor and let me know up front. The last thing I want you to do, and I don't want to do, is to waste your time and have my time wasted. So if you're not interested in being a part of this weekend tour and I hit you up, just simply say these words: "Hi, Andre, I'm not interested.
Exactly.
Thank you."
That's it.
No hard feelings. I won't post about you. I will move on to the next person, because Deborah has already signed on to be a part of it. We're going to be asking the Tulips to be a part of this. We're looking for some more artists that want to be a part of this. Your music has to be positive. It cannot be disrespectful. It cannot be degrading, anything like that. It has to be positive music to go on this tour. And what it'll be is a weekend tour, a Friday, Saturday, and a Sunday. We will end Sunday here back in Atlanta, where we put on a show for Atlanta. Friday will be one place, Saturday will be another place, and then Sunday will be back here. And this is just the beginning for us to see exactly how it is to be on the tour. There will be a tour manager. There will be rehearsals. There will be different things just to make sure that we get
in other words,
the
come
life.
to be ready to
Right, be
work.
ready to
It's
work.
not.
This is
It
the
won't
life
be
to show us the
something
life.
that you can just say, "Oh, I just want to join it just to be joined."
No,
If you're
you can't
not
get
willing
us
to work
there.
and put a 100% effort into what we're doing,
Yes.
then it's not going to be for
We
you.
need you to be a part of it just like we
Yes.
are. So it's not going to be any, "Oh, well, I'll fly and meet y'all there." No, we want you to be on the bus with us, riding out there, dealing with the heat and the cold, and the stopping and the taking the pictures and the things like that, because you never know. We might stop somewhere along the way and
Right.
someone wants to hear something.
Right.
You got to be prepared to do it. Or someone might say, "Oh, we need somebody to perform." Well, we got our stuff in the car. Let's get this going. So we want to everyone to get an understanding, because guess what? I'm not Jay-Z. She's not Beyonce.
Nope.
We don't have the money backing us like they do, so we can't just put on a show like that. We have to work to put together the money to do this, to make sure that we have this together. So we're looking for your help and your assistance. If you are, by chance, a promoter, you're a producer, if you are a road manager, a tour manager, anything like that, link up with me at therealAndreTyrone@gmail.com so we can exchange some things and work some things out.
And then not only that, we have our email address for the Divas Den. It is liveinthedivasden@gmail.com. So you can definitely contact us there as well, especially if you'd like to be a guest. But it's just that, guys, we have a lot going on. I have a book that in 6 months, hopefully it will be ready. And each one of my songs that's going to be on my album, they're going to match up to the topics that I'm talking about within my book, the chapters. So we have a lot going on. It might look like we don't, but listen, one thing we have God on our side. He knows what we want. He knows that he's trying to help us, and we're trying to follow along and do what we need to do to be successful.
Hallelujah.
So, thank you again
Bye.
to everyone who joined us tonight on the show, and we look forward to seeing you again on next week on Friday with Live in the Divas Den.
Good night,
So
Facebook
good night,
Live.
smooches.
YouTube Live. Thank
Good
you
night,
again.
YouTube, everybody, good night. Divas Den. Oh, Lord, I think.
Still jamming.
It's still jamming. I hit the button.
Still jamming.
Divas Den. This is the Divas Den, and we're back again. Hey, ready to party, singing live again. Oh, we made you laugh.